Tonight, we travel to the Pacific Northwest and live through a nightmare at Blood Manor. Patty Blood has everything. Money, clothes, friends. Yet she's not happy. Last year, Patty's mother, Sarah, a devout spiritualist, died on Patty's 17th birthday. Shortly thereafter, her father remarried. His new wife, Victoria, a vindictive, scheming woman, has since become Patty's rival for not only her father's affection, but for her family's wealth. Now, 1 year later, the three of them travel the lonely country roads back to the house of Patty's childhood for the reading of Sarah's will. Who will get the money? What otherworldly secret does the family retainer hold? And what diabolical plan does Victoria have in mind for Patty? The night of revelations and of horrors will begin promptly at the midnight hour.
How much longer? My back is killing me.
Oh, not much further. Once we get past these woods, there's a few miles of countryside, and then we're practically there.
God, I don't want to get car sick. Would you please slow down? This is a very bumpy road and I bruise easily.
Yes, dear. Hand me that thermos, will you?
So is that woman still gonna be there?
What do you mean? Marie? The housekeeper? Yes, she'll be there.
Good. Well, tell her I want a separate entree for myself tonight. Vegetarian, no dairy. And then make sure she starts my bath first thing. I feel like a long soak before I eat.
Yes, dear.
And then when I'm soaking, make sure she unpacks my bags first. Chiffon wrinkles very easily. Oh, and then she's gonna iron all my things, because I want all my things ready when I step out of the tub.
Tell me, Victoria, do you ever stop? Is there ever a moment that's not about you? You're obviously planning to take over the place like you owned it.
I do own it. It was your father's idea to spend 10 months honeymooning overseas.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. And I can't imagine who gave it to him.
Oh, it was just wonderful. Just perfect, just the two of us. Seeing all the most beautiful cities of the world. Alone.
Well, why don't you bite me?
Patty, stop it. I won't have you speaking to your mother that way.
She's not my mother. She's just the parasite you married 5 seconds after my mother died.
Do you see what I mean? No matter how nice I am to her, she's just impossible.
Patty, Victoria is trying very hard. Have a little respect.
Fine. I'll respect her like she respects me.
Well, your mother is dead. Victoria's your new mother now. So you'd better wise up and get used to the idea.
I'll never get used to that idea.
When are we sending her to school, James?
It all depends. I hadn't really decided.
Well, we only need her for the reading of the will, and then she can go back, right?
Okay, stop talking about me like I'm not here. I'm 18 tomorrow. I do have a say in where I go.
We can have the car take her back, and we can stay at home. That way I can go through the whole house and make a list of all the things I want to get rid of.
Wait, what? Dad, are you letting her throw our stuff out? Mom's stuff?
Your father and I decided to refurbish the whole house now that I'll be living there.
No, you mean you've decided.
Oh, I think we're gonna do the whole place in Queen Anne, and Sarah's creepy psychic paraphernalia will be the first thing to go.
Don't you touch my mother's things.
You know, I'll start on Sarah's old room first. Yeah, everything will go. We'll make a clean slate of it all. I'll have it blessed, painted, papered, and refurbished. It'll be quite lovely.
Don't you dare. Dad. Daddy, please. Don't let her throw out Mom's things.
Daddy, please. Well, she certainly changed her attitude towards you, didn't she?
Stop it! Dad, please, come on. Don't let her do this. She's a monster. Please, Dad.
Your father is trying to drive the car, you fool. So just leave him alone.
Shut up.
Ow! Patty, stop it. Stop it. You ungrateful brat. You had better shape up and behave yourself, or I will throw you out of this car, and you can walk the rest of the way. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You and your precious whore.
Little Amazon. I'll certainly be so happy to get rid of you.
Shut up.
No doubt get it from your baboon of a mother.
Ow!
Damn it. That does it.
Get your hands off me!
I mean it. You know, I was considering letting you stay with us for a little while, but once again, you've gone and spoiled it.
I spoiled it.
Yes, you're thoughtless and intolerant. You're not even trying to get along with your stepmother.
Try telling her to get along with me for a change. God, don't you have eyes? Can't you see she's trying to turn us against each other so she can have everything to herself?
No, I try really hard. I do. I try to get her to like me. But nothing I do, I just can't seem to get her to like me at all.
Oh my God. That's the phoniest bet I've ever seen.
No, I have no problems with her, really. I don't. She just resents me. I can't help it.
Patty, I think Victoria is right. As soon as the will is read tomorrow, you're going back to school. Now, having you around will just upset everybody.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. You win again. You're so obvious, and yet he keeps falling for it every time.
Oh, and don't worry about the house, Patty. I'll take pictures of your old room before I turn it into an office for myself. Well, you won't even recognize it.
All right. Are you going to settle down? And stay back there and keep your lousy attitude to yourself for a change. Now I'm going to start this car up again. I don't want another word out of you until we get home.
Hey, there's a clearing up ahead.
And not a minute too soon. Well, honey, what do you think?
Adequate? I suppose it'll do.
Don't you like it?
She doesn't like anything that's not her own personal brainchild.
Patricia.
I have Mrs. Blood's bath drawn, and dinner will be ready at 7.
So you're the maid. Good. Take my luggage upstairs and start in on the ironing. And please be careful. My peignoir, my bosses are very expensive.
Actually, ma'am, I'm the housekeeper. If dinner's to be served on time, I'll have to do the ironing after you've eaten.
And what do you mean by that?
Just what I said, ma'am. I can't be in 2 places at once.
Oh, I think we have some confusion as to who the boss is around here. See, I asked you. No. I told you to take my luggage and my bags upstairs and start in on the ironing right now. Timing our dinner is your problem. That is what you get paid for.
I think it's all right, Marie, if you don't get to the ironing until after we've
No,
had...
it isn't. You've got to understand something right now. See, I have a certain expectation of excellence for those who work for me. And if you can't meet that, well, then you and I are going to have some serious problems.
Yes, ma'am. Only I don't work for you.
What are you talking about? You do realize who I am, don't you? Whose house this is. And you do know who my husband is.
It's all right, really. I'm
Quiet!
Sure
I want an answer.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't give you an answer until tomorrow, after the reading of the will.
What's this about the will?
The ownership of the house cannot be established until tomorrow. It's in probate until that time.
You are lying. Everyone knows that everything's gonna go to Jim.
How do you know so much about the will? Did somebody tell you something?
You might say so. Sarah designated me the executor.
You? Since when? I thought it was being handled by her business manager's firm.
Yes, sir. That's what she wanted people to think. You were out of the country on your honeymoon before I found out myself. I have the papers to prove it. Sarah didn't trust her business manager towards the end, so she appointed me.
Jim?
We'll take this up after dinner, Marie, and have those papers ready for me. I want to take a look at this so-called executorship of yours. My late wife was stupid.
No, she wasn't.
Patty, be quiet. We've had quite a long drive with Little Miss Sunshine here, and I, for one, would like to get to my room. Excuse me.
Dad. Dad. I want to talk to you about what Victoria said.
After dinner.
You look like you could use some hot soup.
A hot toddy? Would it be more like it?
Have a seat, Patty. I'll fix you a snack.
That's okay. I don't want to get you in trouble. You know, with that thing upstairs. You're supposed to be cooking a gourmet meal and doing her precious ironing at the same time, remember? She doesn't even care that you have a heart condition.
Let me tell you something about your stepmother. The world is full of people like that, and if you let them get to you, you'll never have a happy moment.
Yeah, I've never had a happy moment since she married my father, that's for sure.
Well, try not to show your hatred for her. People like her feed on your hatred. They love it. It gives them strength.
Yeah, because she's evil. What's worse is, she's making Dad just like her. I mean, it was bad enough that he was stupid enough to marry her, but now it's like he's her little sidekick. I hate them both.
Well, try not to worry about it. You'll be 18 tomorrow, and it'll be a lot harder for them to control you then.
I suppose. Are you really executor to my mother's will?
I really am. And what's more, I've read the will. I know who gets what.
You do? Wait, tell me.
Be patient. There are a few things we have to do first.
Did you hear what that cow said? She is executor of the will.
We don't know that. She'll have to prove it to me.
She doesn't have to prove it. She wouldn't dare dream of something like that if she didn't know for sure. Jim, I am not going to ask for approval from the maid every time I want to do something around here. She has got to come off as executor.
Honey, if she really is executor, we'll just have to wait to see what Sarah's terms are. That's it.
You've got a lot to learn. Did you see how smug and confident she looked? Oh, she knows something. She's seen the will, Jim. I can feel it. If you had gotten the house and the money, she'd jump when I say jump.
So you think Patty's got it?
Who else? The cat? Of course she's got it. Marie wouldn't dare throw her weight around otherwise. I've got to think of something. There's less than a day left before the will is read.
Well, what do you have in mind?
Make sure that you get the house and the money. If you're the sole heir, you've got to get it all.
Are you crazy? You want me to kill my own daughter just so that I'll inherit everything?
You've got to. You don't care about that brat any more than I do. Now, if you wait till after the will is read, it'll be too late. She's got to have an accident before the will, or else no one will believe it.
Slow down. Just slow down. Let me think about this a minute.
We don't have time. We have to think about something tonight or else we lose everything. Do you think that talking monkey is going to support us if she's the sole heir? No. We have to get rid of her.
All right. All right. Look, you go and take your bath. And when you're ready, we'll go down for dinner. In the meantime, I'll think of something.
Make it good.
No, I'll make it good.
No.
What do you mean, no?
What do you think it means? It means that all bets are off until you take care of Patty.
You know it's been over a month, Victoria?
Tough. Look, I'm gonna go in and take my bath now. And you better have a plan all figured out by the time I get out.
Terrific.
I'm not even hungry. I'm just gonna take a walk.
Not yet. There's something I have to tell all of you.
Please, not another bombshell. We've all had a very long day.
Mm-hmm.
As I've told you, I'm executor of Sarah Blood's will. You saw the papers yourself, Mr. Blood. You satisfied? The will is to be read tomorrow, when Mr. Roth, the lawyer, is here. But Mrs. Blood made one special condition.
Oh. Here we go.
Mrs. Blood was a devout spiritualist, a believer in the occult. She communicated regularly with people on the other side.
Too bad she didn't communicate regularly with you, or else we know it was in the will. Stop it. Just stop. Don't you have any respect for my mother at all? Just go ahead and read.
There is to be a seance tonight at midnight. Mrs. Blood asked that we try to reach her on the eve of the anniversary of her death.
Oh, a seance. Ooh. No, I have heard everything. Come on, James. I, for one, am going upstairs.
Wait. Mrs. Blood stipulated that her daughter, husband, and his wife, if he remarried, must attend the seance in order to be included in the proceeds of the will. I suggest we all meet back here at midnight.
James?
And what is that?
The will. I'm not letting it out of my sight until tomorrow. Everyone be seated and we'll begin. Patty, please turn down the lights. Clear your minds of all thoughts. Relax and think of Sarah Blood. Picture her as you knew her in life. Let your mind go out to her spirit. Sarah Blood, it is midnight. Rise from the grave and come to us. Return from the dead and walk among us. She's in the room. Sarah Blood, you died in agony, with secrets left unanswered and words left unspoken. Use my body to communicate with us. Patty, my darling, where are you?
Mom? Mom? Mom, I'm right here. Mom?
I'm worried about you, my angel. Be careful, my angel.
No. I will. Mom, I will.
I see you in danger.
Oh, are you alright?
I see you suffering.
Oh.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Turn on the lights!
Oh my God, look at it!
Quiet down, quiet down! Marie?
Oh, don't touch her!
She's dead.
Oh, God. Look at her face, she looks like a goon or something! God!
She tore out her own eyes. Call 911.
I'm trying, there's something wrong with my phone, it won't work!
Go use the house phone.
Oh my God, Jim! I've never seen something so awful. I mean, she looks like she really did see a ghost, like she's still seeing one even without her eyes.
Well, Marie did have a bad heart. And apparently she was crazy too. Marie was stupid to try this. She might have known this would be too much for her.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. This might buy us some time. If the executor of the will is dead, they have to appoint a new executor, right?
Of course. They can't make the terms of the will known if they have nobody to administer them. They'll have to hold off.
That's perfect. That just gives them more time to plan something out for Patty. And what for Patty? Dad, what were you two talking about?
Did you get the police?
No, the house phone's dead too.
We can't just leave a dead body lying around, you idiot. Go use your father's phone.
Suppose you tell my dad to use his own phone. Excuse me? It's probably out too anyway.
You don't know what she's talking about. Jim, go upstairs and use your phone. I'm gonna use a landline myself.
I told you the line's dead. You won't be able to get out.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
I said you won't.
Can't you tell
be
that I
able
am
to-
busy? Why don't you just go annoy your father?
I told you.
Don't get smart with me. I've had enough of you to last a lifetime. My stomach pH is low. It's out of control. I gotta get some dairy.
What were you and my dad talking about? You're planning something for me?
Your birthday party. We're planning a surprise for you tomorrow.
What? Marie just gouged her own eyes out and died during a seance while possessed by my mother's ghost, and you two are planning a party. Oh my God, you can do better than that.
Oh, I can't do better than that. But I won't. Because I owe you nothing.
Fine. I hate you too, Victoria. You know what, it doesn't even matter anymore anyways, because by this time tomorrow, I'm gonna be dancing on your grave.
You know, the more I think about it, the more I realize just how imbalanced you are. You need help, Patty. Lots and lots of help.
The only thing I need right now is to get away from you. You know what? It doesn't matter because once I get the money, I am going to Europe. And once my dad sees that I'm writing all the checks, he's gonna drop you like a bag of warming apples. Because as you may have noticed, my dad, he'll follow the gravy train anywhere.
Well, that's never going to happen. Because you're not going to get a dime.
Actually, I'm getting everything. All of it. Marie showed me a copy of the will before she died.
Liar. See, we're going to get you out of the way, Patty, one way or the other. Just like we did your flea bag mother.
Just try it. Just try it.
Finally got through. The line kept going dead every time I tried to tell them. Victoria? So they finally did it. They tried to kill each other. Of course. Victoria had to kill Patty in self-defense, but it was too late. She had already been fatally injured, leaving me the sole heir to Sarah's fortune.
Dad. She tried to kill me. I told you she was a monster.
I know, honey. I know. Close your eyes now. It'll be all right.
Patty Blood finally did inherit her mother's fortune, though at the cost of her own sanity. Though she was finally released from a mental institution, no one ever believed her story about a dead woman murdering her family. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's story. Relive the fear every week at the same time. And join us again next month for an all-new episode of Lee Martin's Midnight Hour.